one out there to talk to you, like if you don't have family, or maybe you're just a shy person and you don't have that many friends, you know, there's always people out there whose job it is to take care of people's mental health and well-being, and they will actually sit there and listen to you, and they will tell you, like, they'll give you a little bit more reasoning as to why maybe you feel this way or what you can do to make it better, things that you can work on to make it better, and like exercises that you can do. Like for me, I've always had really bad anxiety and panic attacks, to the point where I will literally faint. And there's been times that I've thrown up, or just days that I felt so nauseous and just felt like I was going to throw up all day just because I was so anxious over something so small. And like, it was literally the smallest things that would set it off for me. Thinking about like, oh, I wonder where I put that pen like two weeks back. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? Where is this pen? And like, that would be the only thing I could think about all day. Eventually, as I got older, I'm 24 now, the anxiety turned into real life problems. Like, how am I going to pay my bills? Am I making enough money to pay my bills on time? Oh, I can't pay this bill on time. And I realized that you just got to think to yourself that everything's going to be okay. Even if you don't get that bill paid on time, it is not worth thinking, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, am I going to pay this bill on time? Am I going to pay this bill on time? What if I don't pay this bill on time? What's going to happen? Going crazy on the inside, but looking perfectly fine on the outside, and having everyone think that you're fine, is sometimes like the hardest thing that you will ever do. But sometimes you just need to tell yourself that things are going to be okay. And once you tell yourself that over and over and over and over and over again, and you keep trying and you try your hardest to do what you think is so hard to do, and you fight for it and you really work towards it, you start to slowly overcome that anxious thought, and you overcome that depressive state, and you just take care of yourself, and you feel better. You feel so much better. And it took me a very long time to learn how to deal with my anxiety and to deal with my depression. And I like to call it self-healing, because I don't really believe in depression medication, because you can only take it for so long until it doesn't work anymore, and then you have to get a higher dosage, and then once that higher dosage doesn't work anymore, you have to get another higher dosage, and so on and so forth. And then eventually you're at the top of the script. You're taking as much of it as you can, and then the whole thing just doesn't work for you anymore, and then you're back into that depressive state because you relied on these pills to help you feel normal, and you kind of just covered it up. That's all it really does, kind of just mask it. And I feel like the best way for anyone to deal with depression or anxiety is to really learn how to control it yourself. And not only that, but you need to talk to people about it. You need to tell people how you are feeling. You need to tell people what makes you anxious, and maybe they'll stop doing whatever it is that makes you anxious, regardless of how small or how stupid they may think it is. Because to them, they might be like, oh my gosh, it's so silly, that makes you anxious. But, you know, I'm sure if you explained it to somebody and you let them know, like, hey, this is how I feel, like, this really makes me feel anxious, like, could you please not do that? Or like, this makes me feel this kind of way, or it takes me back to this point in time in my life that maybe wasn't a great time. And people, honestly, people will listen to you. people, whether they'd like to admit it or not, have gone through these hard times themselves at one point in time. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter what race you are, what religion you are. It just does not matter. Anxiety and depression, it affects everybody no matter what anyone says. It doesn't matter if you're rich or you're poor. There are just some days that are tough, just for all of us. And it doesn't matter if it lasts for days or months or years. Depression is depression, and it is tough. It is hard. But it is so important to remind yourself how beautiful you are and how much you should love yourself each and every day, and just to keep pushing forward and to keep knowing that you're going to be okay. Had I not told myself that I was going to be okay, and had I not talked to people and spoke with them and just tell them how I feel, and then ask people to help me overcome these problems and not talk about certain things with me, I really don't know where I would be today. And it's tough to think about. It's tough to think about because I'm sure, like some people on here, you all may have had a really bad day, and maybe you ended up in the hospital, and then there's some people who unfortunately don't come out of the hospital. There's people whose funerals we'll go to. But if you're one of those people who've been to the hospital and you come out alive, it is so important to realize what a beautiful life you have, and that the only person that can ever make it better is you. It's only you. People can only help you so much, but you need to push yourself so hard mentally. You need to push yourself. You need to make yourself feel better. You need to tell yourself every fucking day that you're going to be okay and that we're going to get through it. Yes, we're like me on the outside and on the inside. Like, you know, you're going to get through it. We're going to be fine. Because life is hard and it fucking sucks sometimes. And sometimes I'm like, how the hell am I even going to get through this day or even this week or this whole fucking month? But I just tell myself everything's going to be okay. And I work my ass off for what I need to get done. And I push myself and I keep myself busy. I write. For me, writing really helps. I'm going to start blogging now because I feel like it's so important to talk about mental health, because unfortunately, a lot of doctors just want to shove pills down your throat when really that's not the case. That's not going to ever help you. It's just going to mask the problem for a certain amount of time until you're off of those pills and you're like, what the fuck? I still feel the same. And you know what? You need to take care of yourself. It just can't come down to masking the problem. You just need to become a stronger person and push yourself so hard to become that person that you deserve to be. You deserve everything. Anything that you want in this life, you can get it. You can get it. You just have to push yourself. You have to work hard for whatever you want. Whether it's a physical item or something that's in your head. If you want to be mentally okay, you need to tell yourself you're going to be okay. You need to read books. You need to write. You need to keep yourself busy, do crossword puzzles, go for walks, listen to music. Anything that keeps your mind off of your own mind. Anything that keeps your mind busy. Anything that makes you feel better. You do it. You do what you need to do to make yourself feel better. You take care of yourself first. You do whatever you need to do to be okay. Because at the end of the day, when you go home and you lay in your bed and there's no one next to you, and even if there is, we are all left alone with our own thoughts. And we are all alone in our own mind. And our mind is so powerful. We need to create a peaceful, beautiful place in our mind to help us heal. Because if you can heal your brain, you can heal your whole body, and you can heal how you feel about things. And it isn't easy. I can tell you that. It probably took me about okay, so I was really depressed when I was 18, and I have to say that I probably just got out of my depression when I broke up with my ex in April. So that means that I was literally depressed for 6.5 years. And now I've come so far. It's really amazing how far I've come and how beautiful my life is and how much has changed. And it's still fucking hard and it still sucks sometimes. But I'm so glad that I have worked so hard to be where I am, to make myself think and know that it's going to be okay. Because